What is going on, Kingsmen? We are back on the NTW3 battlefield, starting off with a massive cav fight in the center between Iran and the French. Not looking too good for Iran in several places, actually, though. These C5s did quite well here, Iran being a cav corps. This is Flanders 4, so not the usual place you'd see Iran. But they're here today and ready to fight. Man, there's some nice flank charges going on here. France really losing big on several cav clashes. Now, a little bit of that cavalry did break. Russia hovering in on the flank with some Prussian Chevaliers as well. But yes, we are back from our NTW3. And this should be another beautiful, glorious fight. Oh, looks like we got some dragoons clashing. Don't tell me. Iran lost their general. Iran lost their general, guys. That is very unfortunate. Very early on. Now, while things are kind of cooling off with both cavalry forces kind of backing off, let's go over the factions here. Although, never mind, we actually have some more cavalry getting charged here. France getting another charge on these dragoons from Russia. Some lancers. We'll see if they can get themselves away in time from these Polish hating the Russians so much during this time period. Man, hot on their heels, guys. They're going to catch them. Oh my goodness. What is this cav battling it out thing? The thing is, Iran's going in all by themselves. They're going to get outflanked and they're going to get lost. And a C1 being lost this early on is not good. And you can see they're going to get broken. That is unfortunate that Iran did that. I think they could have saved that cav and even gone against some infantry here. And as the infantry rolls down, as this finally comes a bit to a close, unless, of course, the Chevaliers get charged too by French cav, we're going to go over the factions now. So there's an 8-point Austria, a 10-point Prussia, a 9-point Russia, and then, of course, the Iran, which is almost gone. They don't have very much left. 7-pointer. On the French side, you have a 10-point France, Österreich, 7-point France, Russia, Sud, 8-point France, España, and 9-point France, Italy. So France is here in force. I see a lot of the 7-pointer now rolling up, getting into position. It looks like we may even have, let's see which one this is. This could be the Österreich. The 10-pointer in the center. Seeing a lot of cavalry still here. But yeah, so Russia is going for a huge flank here. They went way far left, and France is kind of in the center. So they're going to have to reform and reorganize their lines here. This Russian army has been known to be very, very tough to fight against. Very good morale, very deadly. We saw them in a Quatre Bras battle just smash through the French as well as the Imperials. So today we will see how they work with other... I mean, they're almost on their own. We'll see how they work by themselves, I guess. They got a lot of horse artillery pushing up. Prussia, though, actually moved... Oh, my goodness. Russia going in with the cavalry charge again. Cuirassiers and Chevaliers taking them by surprise. Man, Prussia, I mean, the coalition are not doing well in their cav charges already. I do not think this is very... Oh my goodness, even the Cuirassiers broke. No one seems to be holding back the cav, and France is going to get
Our men are running, sir.
Oh my goodness, even cav fighting in the back. Iran did break another unit, but I'm seeing a lot more coalition cavalry just kind of breaking here. Both sides are not holding back when it comes to cav charges so far. Now we do have some artillery pushing up towards the front lines. This could be very good for the French. So we also have some cuirassiers and some guard units. Ooh. Oh yeah. They got some good quality infantry, that's for sure. More heavy cav engaged. But France does hold this LOC, and they have a lot of cav, which they keep pouring in. And the coalition doesn't have any cavalry to kind of deal with this. I mean, thankfully Austria is keeping their cav back. They may need it. I mean, they have some cuirassiers, some chevaliers, some dragoons. That's good. Even the Prussian general is in need of being saved. We got some infantry danger close now to the Austrian cavalry and infantry. This may be the first clashings happening here. We have some Prussian Fusiliers way up in the front.
Our men are running, sir.
They're going to start pouring in a volley first. So we have Espana pushing on the right side of the LOC. Has some cavalry to back them up. Wow. France has some very good units on the field. And here we go. Austria making the first true fight here, going up against some Saxon infantry. I think he probably will win this engagement, but more and more troops are starting to funnel in here. And don't forget, Russia Sud is going to push that flank, and Austria is all alone. He may have to take a tactical retreat. He does have artillery, 6 guns that can push up. Maybe you start forcing back the low morale Russia Sud. And that could be probably the best utilization, using cavalry and artillery with a little bit of infantry. And you can see already, yeah, he's beating the snot out of these guys. Or the stuffing, I should say. And it's a questionable bayonet charge by France. You don't go head on, guys. You go on the flank with grenadiers, and then you charge it on the angle here. Because watch this. They're going to start dropping like flies. Very small grenadier unit. Maybe it will make impact, but I don't think... I may actually have to eat my own words here. Oh no. Cavalry, I mean, it's running through these infantry, but still a beautiful cav charge here by France. And Austria is in a bit of a pickle here. I will admit, I did not think that grenadier charge, I mean, they still broke, but I didn't think they'd make it. I thought they were going to get shot in the face before they made it. The square does get formed by Austria. Ooh, it's lagging. More French grenadiers running in here. Let's check on the flank. Prussia pushing. Looks like France is committing entirely to trying to beat down the Austrians here. Prussia threw some cavalry trying to harass that side. Russia has not even been engaged yet. Still having to get up here now. Beautiful counter-charge by cavalry. Swear does get formed, and these crosshairs are going to have to pull back most likely. You see the masses of French pushing forward here. Austria going to have to disentangle himself from a line fight here on multiple fronts. Their artillery set up to drive back any French and start approaching them. Nice angling with the infantry. They're not losing too much here. They have lost a little bit of cavalry against those squares. No help in sight yet. Prussia trying to push in here. Russia just way behind, unfortunately. They are far on the flank and far away from the actual clashing of the battle, where, I mean, this is at least 2, if not 3 French armies now starting to make their approach onto Austria. Here we go. We have a bayonet charge coming in. That was a very bad bayonet charge. I don't know if they misclicked again, but you can see how they kind of paused and then 1 or 2 went in, versus these fully committing grenadiers. Getting right into the thick of it. This is disaster for this front line. Ooh, we have some cavalry trying to go for Austrian guns. Can they make it. Now they're wavering. Will they hold? They're wavering. They broke. Prussia is pushing on this flank. Austria has managed to pull off at least half their army, so not a bad... Ooh, hold that thought. We have a Russian cav charge. Oh, France is not doing too hot. Russia is, like, fully committing to a cav engagement against the line infantry. Only now falling back. This 9-pointer has a lot of power behind it, so I hope to see they don't just leave their allies hanging. I hope they advance to the attack here. The one good news is now at least one French army has peeled off to fight against this Prussian line that is pushing to engage them. In Prussia, they are not getting too aggressive. They're not rushing. They have stopped some French. They can definitely outshoot this French line. It is very small in comparison. Now, Russia's Sud is being held back by roughly about half of the Austrian army. With the artillery firing too, they should, and also cavalry, they should be able to push back this low morale, high count, body count army without too much loss. Hopefully. We will see. I would push these three in here and try to get into melee, as that's gonna break. However, man, he has some good units here. Austria really just feeling the weight. Oh, we have another cavalry charge. Gonna commit. Canister. Gonna shake that morale. This artillery piece they're wavering. Oh no, they break. That was gonna really help out this defensive line for Austria. He may actually follow this up and go into this French line. But he's going to get shot up by the French on each flank, so not maybe the most ideal situation. Look how close Russia is to this French-Saxon line. Both sides are just giving withering volleys. And we do have Cuirassiers going. These guys can't form square, but he's going to pull them back. Does not want to get bayonet charge. Russia's still pushing here. We have some Austrian infantry going in, or pulling back once again. Some skirms getting charged, and the line infantry. Man, this is not looking good for the coalition yet again. Rochelle is kind of just rolling around by himself. Oh, that's why. Okay, Cuirassier is gonna. Oh, don't pull away from that catfight unless you're gonna flank it. Some Saxon Grenadiers gonna bolster the front lines, being pushed into this assault. Repelling those Saxon lines, those musketeers, definitely going to do well for them. You can see the ring of fire, though, around Austria, definitely making life very miserable for them. As they are outnumbered, they can definitely afford to pull back this LOC, as they have lost their guns. Prussia still committing into a bayonet fight here, a melee fight. The Saxons and musketeers holding the front line as best they can. Russia still very slow to advance. This is worrying me.
We have killed their generals.
You can see France is just ignoring them. Ooh, artillery. That was a lucky artillery shot. But France is ignoring this huge Russian army and pushing over to help out here. They can destroy the two coalitions over here and then push in and destroy Russia by itself. Russia is very slow to advance, very cautious. I don't think that's good. I think they should cut directly this direction. Don't follow directly behind them. Cut directly in this direction, as Russia is breaking against some Grenadier assault columns here. Ooh. A little bit of fimming maybe happening there.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Now, Prussia doesn't have cavalry. They can back charge this French infantry, break a whole segment of them to pieces. And I do see a mass rout by France. However, Prussia is still in the thick of it here. Against that French. Oh, wow, this Grenadier unit got totally surrounded. Alright, So Prussia has managed to hold their ground just a little bit here. France holding fast. They have some Imperial Guard units here, and Russia is yet to really engage. I mean, a healthy army here, and the French really suffering some losses here. That actually may help them a lot, but reinforcements rolling up to help out with this forward engagement. That's not good for the rest of the coalition. Russia doing what they can. They've broken that whole segment, like I said before. Chipping away. I feel like Russia Sud should be... They should be trying to go around the flank for some melee, using some cavalry to defend. So they have Denmark units in their line, and these guys are taking some losses. Not even all of these units are firing. And the right flank is caving very quickly. Russia Sud needs to send some reinforcements over to this side. And they do have reinforcements pushing up here as well. It's a race to see who can get over here first. Can France get over here and beat Austria back? Or what? Yeah, France spent a lot of units, unfortunately, very early on, I think, and that may be their undoing. Cheap little militia. All right, so they have some, you know, this could be something you can hit with heavy cav. Some better units over here. Definitely some better units right here. I think France is still being a little too passive here in the place where they need to be very aggressive. We do have Russian artillery that's set up very, very close. They did lose one of their guns already. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Russia's about to lose their horse artillery to a dragoon charge. And 2 guns destroyed by 1 cav unit. Ooh, hold that thought. We have a big old melee. Looks like Russia Sud went in for bayonet charge. 1 unit has routed. I think they have enough though. Oh, this cavalry's not expecting the dragoon charge by Austria. So now some cavalry will be freed up to then back charge this French army. However, you can see things not going too hot for Austria. That being forced back just by the weight of this French attack. Russia now getting into a bit of a fight here. Canister, though, really just obliterating a unit here. But now I think maybe their chance to finally break this artillery piece will give them some more freed up moment. But this whole flank looking very weak, very wavery. More Russians, though, almost entirely behind the French lines. France breaking back, pushing back some of that Austrian line. Cavalry, though, trying to free up give this line some breathing room to be able to reform. So Austria survived a lot. Being totally honest here, I mean, they're going to be at 50% casualties pretty soon here. Unfortunately, that cavalry did break. There's some Austrian troops, though, that are sneaking in behind the line, so these guys will do some damage. So we do have some Russians pushing in, about to encircle this LOC and take it entirely. France fighting on two fronts, Prussia kind of hovering on the flank, being a constant annoyance to the French that are trying to advance on Russia. And what is left of France over here, what is left of Austria seem to be kind of having their own little duel here. Looks like there's still a bit of a, just a little bit of pulling back, I guess, by the Austrians. They got their cavalry back too. They have this LOC, I believe, as well, and they have some of those Grenzers. And Russia said how to peel some troops off to deal with that. I feel like this French army's about to break, though. Uh-oh. Oh, are they going to fire in time? That was a good charge by France with the Lancers. Let's see if Russia uses this as a cav charge into the line infantry. They do. Followed up some infantry. These guys are not in a square formation. Oh, they break them, but now is the time to attack here, right down the center here. There's a lot of wavering. Russia can go straight in here. The square has been formed. Prussia's about to cave in on the rear flank. This French army's about to be doomed. They are about to die. Two charges, one from each direction. And there it is. There is the fight. On this side, it's about to be rolled back. The coalition kind of taking the field back. Quite honestly, Austria probably MVP here in this fight. And they held by themselves for a very long time. And then Prussia came over thankfully to help. But, I mean, Iran was gone very early on in the fight. So basically it was a 3v4 the entire time. And then, of course, Russia was kind of very late game showing up to the party. Saxon Greds. And these French men don't know where to go. They have literally enemies almost entirely around them. And Austria is kind of stacking up their last defense here. Just biding their time. The reinforcements are coming. Chasseurs Cheval clashing with the Grenadier or Dragoons of Russia. They may actually break them both, yeah. Oh, they all mutually break. Okay. Okay, well, I think the only spot that's left of the defense is over here. And to Austria's credit, they never broke once. They lost a lot of men. Took a lot of the brunt of the attack. And kind of, I think the thing that went wrong for Iran, they treated the Cav Corps a little different than maybe they should have. I think Cav Corps should be with other armies. They kind of ran up in the front and immediately engaged a bunch of cavalry, and I don't think people realize Cav Corps are meant to stay with your allies. You're not meant to run up and harass or attack the enemy by yourself. Cav unsupport, I mean, if any of you guys seen Waterloo, you know, you don't send in cavalry without infantry support. It's madness. You don't do it. And Iran did, I'm sure they took out some stuff, but I saw them breaking a lot more often than not to the French. Can you imagine if they had that light cav able to harass with Austria even? Harassing the French as they were trying to charge against Austria. It probably would have saved Austria big time. Versus Austria, unfortunately, have to fight by themselves for the most part. There we go, we got, man, look at the death on the field. Ooh, some Prussians. They're about to rout the entire French line. He did rest up his Dragoons so that they can be able to do something again. He's probably going to have to use them to counter a French bayonet charge, at least I hope he does. Oh, they are dropping them. They are dropping like flies. They break. That's what I thought was going to happen to that Grenadier unit, 2nd Grenadier unit, way earlier. Ooh, nice charge on the flank, breaking Russia's side with some cuirassiers. And now Austria with some Bavarian lines is going to go on the offensive. As a mass rout is going to get triggered here. Nice charge here. Oh my gosh. They just... Alright, that is it. That is the end of this battle. Russia Sud fought so desperate. I mean, to be fair, they were fighting an 8-pointer. They were a 7-pointer. But it was pretty evenly matched, I'd say. Unfortunately, near the end, it was just... didn't matter. Did not matter.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Alright, so I believe just one artillery piece is left. Hit the fast forward button. I don't think they'll have to worry too much about LOCs. I mean, this one is still being fought over, I believe. France still kind of holds it, although it looks like he's going to send a Grenadier charge in. That's going to break. 1 or 2 units left over here. I'm going to keep it the fast forward button, just so we don't... Hey, look at that. We have a couple French units left here. Some cavalry, some infantry. What a battle, though. Another coalition win. I know it's been a string of coalition wins, but I feel like once the French figure out, once Imperial factions kind of figure out the builds to bring to, or the tactics to use to defeat certain coalition armies, it could do well. And I think the French definitely could have had that. I think they had a good position to be able to crush Austria. Austria just recognized it super early on and pulled back his line, and then Prussia hitting the flank, stopping a lot of French troops that would have flowed right to the front to hit Austria. And then I think, I mean... To be fair, though, if Russia hadn't gone far flank, if they just pushed in with Prussia, it could have worked out pretty well for them either way. But definitely well played by especially Austria, holding that line for so long. They did an excellent job of just... Ooh. Well, that's the last French unit left. But yeah, no, they definitely held very well. I mean, this Austrian army brought 2377, and he lost 1471. So way over 50% casualties here. You can see how many troops he had left. Paid off in the end. Very well for them. And keep in mind, they were going against a Russia side that brought 2302. So, you know, he only had like about roughly 60, 70 men more than the Russia side. And Russia side wasn't alone. There was another French army pushing Austria for a little while there. So definitely had their work cut out for them. And it paid off in the very end. Looks like there's just one troop they're going to run around here. I'm just going to skip to the end so we can see the results of this battle. Alright guys, so this one I believe was posted. I Am Razor, who played as Austria, told me about it, but I'm assuming this was from the Iran perspective. And you can see not a ton of kills. Not a lot of infantry. I mean, he brought 545 men. Cav Corps thing. Let's pull the results here so you can see Mickey as Iran got 256 kills. You have... Pixels are kind of hard to read. 04, I think, as Russia, 9-pointer, 1417 for the kills. I Am Razor as the Austria with 2176, most kills on any sides there, so did very well. And then of course you have Bagtov with 1114 as Prussia. On the other side, your father 1043 as 10 point. The no name person with 7, Russia Sud 1032. Arya with 670 and Loyal Piper with 719. So definitely more kills on the coalition side, but still, French got some good kills. Not a bad battle at all. And a win for the coalition. So, anyway guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys are enjoying these replays that I'm getting back into. I'm really realizing how much I missed this. I probably got another update on how the yard's going. Almost totally finished with the outdoor projects that were consuming so much time. So, but yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I will catch you all in another video.